scared to sell during a recession, no matter what business model you have, and no matter what you sell or who you're selling it to as an ideal customer overall, if you want to sell and sell well in a recession market like this one, well, then this video is for you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place to learn about crafting content that converts content consumers into actual customers. I've coached thousands of students across the world as a conversion-based content marketing coach. And today I want to give you my advice when it comes to the question of how to sell better during a recession. But before we get started, if you want this video to be served out to more people to help them out of a negative spot too, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get the help that entrepreneurs like you need to succeed with content marketing that drives traffic to your business so that you can do more business. So here's the thing. Aim at the right target market. That is. I recently did a video entitled, Can You Sell Well in a Recession Market? And if you missed that video, please go back and watch it after you're done watching this one, because I'm telling you, it's going to make the point even more real for you using current and real world examples, no less. That yes, you can and should sell well in a recession market by focusing or refocusing your attention on the right people to sell to. I don't want to repeat everything here that I said there, so please check that video out next. But suffice it to say that no matter who your ideal customer avatar is and their demographics and psychographics otherwise, whether it's a recession or not, even if, God forbid, it becomes a depression or the Great Depression 2.0, you should be able to sell and sell well because your ideal customer should never include anyone who is in a lower middle class to middle class struggling paycheck to paycheck tax bracket. I mean it. Many students who pay for my services start out fleshing out the demographics of their ideal customer. We get to psychographics next. And you know what? They're telling me that they're selling to people in one or both of those tax brackets. And I'm like, why? Those people don't have much, if any, disposable income. Put simply, do you think you can make sales to people who are homeless and broke? No, right? That's obvious. So take another step or two back. Why are you specifically trying to sell to people who are lower middle class or middle class in terms of their tax bracket? They don't have enough money to make their bills or they don't have much disposable income at the end of the month. How can they buy the products or services that you're selling then? I know for some people this may seem very simple, but if you're aiming at anything but the bullseye of people who are upper middle class to rich, people who are at the very least, they have disposable income and they're going to spend it no matter what, or at least some of it, no matter what, then you're playing an entrepreneurial game that you're going to lose. Please do me a favor. Stop being fixated by the have-nots and their struggle and how it's going to get worse for them, because all you'll do is convince yourself that you can't or shouldn't be selling your goods or services, that it's distasteful for you to do so. And you'll talk yourself out of doing anything or much of anything at all, and that's a shame. Instead, pretend you're playing darts or archery. You're aiming at or shooting to market and sell to people occupying the bullseye. And that's people who, even in a recession-centric market, have some disposable income and have problems they need to solve or desires they're trying to satisfy. And that means they need whatever it is you have to offer. You have a moral obligation from God, the universe, whatever, to take your talents and make the world a better place because of them. Why would you not press forward and market and sell on behalf of your business? So please, whether you've been engaging in any sort of marketing and or sales-based self-sabotage, consciously and or subconsciously, remind yourself there are always going to be people who want and or need what it is that you have to offer, that can afford it and keep moving forward. Plus, problems still need solving in a recession. Entrepreneurs, simply put, get paid to solve other people's problems for them. People with disposable income, and enough of it existed even in good numbers during the Great Depression. 10% of them were still rich. Another 15% of them were upper middle class. 40% of people overall were not poor during the Great Depression. This is not the Great Depression. Next year will not be the Great Depression either. Stop worrying about selling. Stop feeling dirty about it. Do your products and or services help people to solve problems? Great. Make sure that your content marketing and or sales pages make it clear that your offerings are there to help a specific person solve a specific problem, and voila, those that have money will buy. Want to make more money? You have to make more offers. You have to market every single day. Some of your content marketing will be sales-based only. Some will be relationship marketing based, where you're educating, entertaining, and or inspiring your ideal customer to solve their problem or satisfy their burning, yearning desire for something or some sort of state change. And during all of this relationship marketing-based content, you're showcasing your products, let's say. They're starring your services on display without you directly asking for the sale. Put out, say, 2 times more relationship marketing-based content over sales-based content, and voila, you plant enough seeds to motivate enough people to remember your business and its offerings exist. And as soon as they're able to buy and they know, like, and trust your brand enough to feel secure that your offerings can help them solve a problem and or satisfy a desire, guess what? Those with the means buy. Why? Because people always want to solve a problem. And if they have the means, they're going to continue to live life and fix what's broken, solve what qualifies as a problem. And if it's bugging them enough and they have the financial ability to do it, they're going to satisfy that burning, yearning desire too. Sell better during a recession by getting out of your own head. Drop the shame behind selling. Use your talents to help humanity. If you make it about them and not about you, you'll feel better, and stress how your products and or services make life better for them. And recession or no recession, you'll be getting sales. Hiding your business's light under a bushel basket, or maybe throwing up one piece of content a week and crossing your fingers that someone will take pity and buy from you because they accidentally tripped across your website on Google somehow, not a successful strategy. Now, if you're like, okay, Stacy, I understand what you're saying, but how do I take my offerings and create content that showcases them solving problems? Because, depending upon my business model and my offerings, it's not so easily boiled down to a product solution sort of thing. Like maybe I sell a nice to have, but not a need to have product, let's say. For example, how do I sell jewelry in a way where I make it seem to solve a problem, in a recession no less, so that anyone who's not, say, a trust fund kid will otherwise buy my jewelry ASAP? Isn't it kind of cutting? Isn't everybody kind of cutting back now but the super rich? Sure, maybe I can attract them, but what about other people who have disposable income but who aren't super rich? Well, how to turn a want into a need to get leverage on someone to buy is a whole other topic. And it's not recession-centric, but of course, this knowledge definitely comes in handy during a recession, even a depression. Well, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's my next planned video for this platform. So now I do want to hear from you. Have you been hamstringing yourself from selling because it's a recession? And what action items will you take to get out there and make more offers to make more money? Do you have any questions for me specifically about this topic? Well, go ahead, comment below. I do read your comments. And subscribe to this channel because I've got a bunch of playlists that will help you out otherwise as an entrepreneur as you market on behalf of your own business. And if you want more help in terms of distinguishing yourself from the crowd and increasing your trustworthiness in the eyes of your niche, I actually have a freebie for you to pick up called 10 Reasons Why You're Viewed as a Fake Guru and How to Gain Credibility and Customers Instead. And you can pick it up at don'tbeafakeguru.com. The link for you to score that freebie guide is in the show notes or the description down below. Okay, you now have my thoughts when it comes to the subject of how to sell better during a recession. Need more help? Be sure to check out these 2 awesome videos too, because they'll also teach you great content marketing strategies.